very uncool. I mean, just literally disgusting. Did he get ratioed? Retweets and comments? Why are retweets and comments... Why are retweets and comments grouped? Either way, he didn't get ratioed. This is some dumb shit to say. I ain't gonna hold you. That's just some dumb shit to say. Let me see how my level's sounding right now. What my level's looking like? Let's find out. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. I ain't listening to nothing. What's up, y'all? What's good, man? What's happening? What up, Alton? What up, Panthers Rhule? What up, the King? What up, Ryan? It's been a minute. It really has been a minute. It really has been a minute, my brother. What's good? What up, FNZ? What up, Panthers football? Yeah, it's been a real minute. There hasn't really been that much news going on, and there's been other stuff going on where I haven't been able to make videos. I guess I could have. You know what? I really could have, but there was some stuff going on where I had to work through some stuff. You feel me? I had to work through a few things, but after this stream, I feel like starting tomorrow, since we do actually have training camp going on right now, I'll be doing a lot more content. And the crazy thing is, I've actually recorded and even edited mad videos that I just didn't put out. Let me look at my folder real quick. We're not really here for this right now, but oh yeah, I actually have mad Cam Newton videos that I did that I felt like I didn't really want to keep talking about Cam that much on the channel. But either way, man, check it out. Right now, I want to talk about what's going on with the Panthers, what's going on with the season, what's going on with a lot of things. You feel me? A lot of things. I really could, but I think right now there's so much new news coming out. There's gonna be so much more news that has come out more recently. It'll be kind of weird for me to just upload those videos and then put up more stuff. I don't know. The ones about Cam, I might. I'm not gonna lie to you. If this season even happens, and I'm gonna get on that in a minute. If this season even happens, I may or may not speak on Cam during the season. But I mean, his whole team is opting out. The whole Patriots roster, the whole Patriots roster is opting out for the 2020 season. I mean, look, half the dudes who are opting out have 3 rings already. What are you playing for? What are you playing for when you got 3 rings? Brady just left, and you're not really sure what's going to happen in the season. Like, why would you risk it? Like, if I was them, if I was a player on the Patriots who already had rings and whatnot, even backup dudes, what's the point? What's the point of even playing this year? But I want to speak on a few things before I get to the more football-related stuff, because there was a Zoom meeting. I don't know if the Zoom meeting was actually streamed. It probably wasn't, because I can't find a link to it. But there's been a lot of people, obviously the reporters, talking about it, and I want to react to all of that stuff, the points that they came up with during the Zoom meeting with Rhule. But I want to start right here, because I know a lot of people have a lot of opinions on this. And look, I'm not gonna lie, this is a little strange to me. Let me zoom in a little bit. Look, first and foremost, I'm not gonna sit here. I actually don't even follow Russell Okung on this account. But first and foremost, Russell Okung, no matter how you feel about COVID-19, I know there's people who actually don't think it's a real thing or think it's overblown or think whatever. That's fine. You feel me? Actually, I don't know if that's fine or not. But it's your right to have that opinion. You know what I'm talking about? It's right to have that opinion. And if you don't want to, if it's not a law, then you're not breaking any laws by not, being safe or, caring about other people's health or whatnot. I won't get too deep into that. But this Russell Okung tweet, kind of weird, bro. This Russell Okung tweet hit me it's kind of strange a little bit, right? The man tweeted, 3 hours ago exactly? I've never cared less about scientists' recommendations than now. They are the new politicians. Now, this tweet can be taken in a couple different ways, you feel me? What up, Roscoe? What up, Monty? Yeah, it's been a minute. It really has been a minute. But since football actually is starting back up again, we had camp. We're back at it. There hasn't been that much news other than very, very recently. And all the other news that came out a couple weeks ago and whatnot would have been me making the same video 8 times saying, is the season going to actually start? We got some news about something, but is the season going to start? And it kind of, there's other stuff too. But yeah, Jordan Mack is the only one who opted out so far. But he said, I never cared less about science recommendations than now. They're the new politicians. Okay, so first of all, science, there's always been lobbyists, people who get labs or scientists to confirm or deny things for their own purposes, whatever. That's been going on since the beginning of time. People bring in some expert in the field to testify about this or that, and it is what it is. But I'm trying to figure out if Russell Okung if he's saying he's never cared about scientists, or if he's never cared about scientists and during this pandemic he cares even less, or is he saying that he has cared about scientists, but now that we're in this pandemic, he cares a lot less now? It sounds like he's saying he's never cared about science recommendations, and even now he cares even less. Which I feel like, okay, bruh, like, doctors be saying some true things, right? Hey, doctors scientists be saying some smart things from time to time. Like, I feel like, okay, if you're saying you don't care about some scientist recommendations or some doctor's recommendations, I feel you on that. But I feel like it's okay to disagree with some scientists or some doctors, but this right here is a stupid ass take. You don't care about what any scientist recommends? I don't know, bruh. This is a really, really weird thing to tweet. And this is nowhere even close to what the NBA is going through with all the Nation of Islam stuff, all that anti-Semitic stuff. Steven Jackson. Actually, it wasn't Steven Jackson. It was, who was it? Was it Deshaun? I think it was Deshaun Jackson. Deshaun Jackson was the one who started it, so it wasn't even the NBA. Deshaun Jackson was saying some real dumb shit on Twitter. No, Instagram. It was Instagram. And then it moved to Twitter. Now, that's some, the things that people actually tend to tweet, the things that these athletes, these celebrities tweet, makes me wonder just how, like, you got money, obviously, and when you got money, you can experience more things, you can go out, you're exposed to more things, so you would think that you would have a more open-minded things, but I've been seeing, but celebrities really do be tweeting some really dumb shit when they really don't have to. When they really don't have to. Like, the whole Nation of Islam stuff, that's a whole religion. Is that a religion? Or is it just an ideology? I'm not actually sure if it's a religion or an ideology. I think it's an ideology, though. Okay, that's what you believe. Keep the racism out of it, but whatever. You really can't keep racism out of Nation of Islam. But I won't get on that. You didn't have to tweet that you don't care about what a scientist recommends. Maybe you can say you disagree with something, but this is a dumbass tweet that I feel like you don't need to tweet. And this is why I don't follow a lot of celebrities, a lot of football players. Because look, most athletes don't have nothing to say. It's either them promoting one of their charities or talking about something boring. Most athletes are kind of boring on social media, which what they really should be because their words get dissected. But when you have this kind of shit right here, what Russell Okung's saying, this is just kind of dumb to me. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. You said Trey Boston? What about him? Looks on the internet, be like, I'm gonna take 800 credit, score over the $1 million. Huh? My Twitter unfollow you and everybody I real world shit with. Something fishy going on. You know what? I thought I followed Trey Boston as well. I know I didn't follow Russell Okung. I know for a fact I didn't follow Russell Okung, but I feel like I followed Trey Boston a minute ago. Like before we picked him back up. Like I think I followed him 2 years ago when he was still on the Chargers. No. I think I followed him when he was on the Cards. It's been a minute, but I wouldn't have no reason to unfollow him. But I don't see where he would opt out. I kind of want to talk about opting out in general though, because opting out I think is a really legitimate thing for a lot of players, but I wonder, like, obviously the Patriots players have been opting out because look, bro, if you're a 3-time Super Bowl winner, what are you gonna like? What really, honestly, let's be real here. Patriots players can afford to, and what are they really risking? They've already accomplished the best thing you can do in the NFL other than be voted into the Hall of Fame. So most of these guys are repeat champions, so it's not that big of a deal for them. But I wonder how many more players from trash teams or teams that are just not going to be expected to play really good this year, how many of those guys are going to opt out? Like, my question is, what if Christian McCaffrey opts out? Right now, only Jordan Metcalf. He was a UDFA linebacker out of Virginia, either UVA or Virginia Tech. I'm pretty sure it was UVA, and he's the definition of a linebacker. He's not a coverage guy. I think in all 4 of his years at UVA, he only had like 1 pass deflected. Man had 1 pass defended as a linebacker. You know how hard that is? Do you know how hard it is to spend 4 years in college and only have 1 pass deflection? This is a run stopper. That's a run stopper. And obviously we didn't pick up any linebackers in the draft. And I think Jordan Mack was one of the best. I think he might have been the best linebacker that we signed after the draft, or as a UDFA at least. I'm pretty sure he was the best one we signed. And I think I had a video talking about how much I was excited about him. We don't care if Trey Boston sits out. Do I not care? I mean, look, as far as... I'm not going to lie to you. Look, I'm not going to lie to you. I would care if these boys sat out, but is it really going to change our season? Look, I mean, look, let's be real about this. The offense looks great. The defense looks garbage. We're going to have some good plays. I have no doubt. Derek Brown. YGM. We're going to see some good plays. We're going to see some really good things out of some players on defense. Those plays are going to be sandwiched in between opposing quarterbacks throwing for 400 yards each and every game if we're lucky. 400 yards is going to be... we're going to be praying for 400-yard games against these other quarterbacks. Just praying they don't go for 500. Praying it ain't for 6. Because it's going to be crazy. Or from Wisconsin is a problem. What's up? Are fans... Oh, yeah. Are fans allowed at training camp? Probably not. I would guess no. In fact, this is a picture of camp that I saw. I'm pretty sure... Actually, I'm 100% sure. This is this is not. This is definitely not not at Wofford. This is not at Wofford. They do not have a train. They do not have train tracks going through the going through the campus, right? I don't see the hill, the way the field is set up at Wofford, where they have the kicking field and the other fields. This isn't how it was set up. So this might be in Charlotte. I actually don't know. This is probably in Charlotte, right? It's probably in Charlotte. I've never seen this angle before. I don't know. I've never seen this exact angle before. So I would think it's in Charlotte because there's a hell of a lot of train tracks going on in Charlotte. But I've never been on a train on the light rail where it goes past this field, and I've been on the light rail a lot. So this could be Charlotte. It could be somewhere else. Yeah, definitely not Wofford. They're at B of A for sure. All right, cool. All right, it's the practice field there. See, I haven't seen this exact angle. I've seen other angles of the practice field before, but I've never seen this one. That's what's up, though. That's what's up. So yeah, you can see. I mean, obviously, it looks like a normal training camp day. You have. I mean, honestly, these look a little bit more thin than when I went to training camp. Yeah, these group exercises or drills, whatever, look a lot thinner than what I saw when I was there. So, I mean, they could be a little bit more distanced than usual. But, I mean, it's the very first day of training camp. I've never been to the very first day of training camp. I've never been to the very first day. So, I don't know what exactly happens on the first day. If they're doing less intense stuff, who knows? And obviously, they don't have pads on, so it is what it is. Grew up playing with a professional expectation. What's up? Wait, what happened? Jordan Mack opted out. Yes, sir. CMC's probably the healthiest person on the team. Grew up playing football and has no kids. No way he sits out. Yeah, I agree. No way he sits out because of health reasons. But if I'm C-Mac, in a year that we have no chance at all to do anything, in a year where you could end up contracting it, like these guys are healthy, so they probably won't die. But you can still have complications after catching COVID, and I'm sure they're getting tested every single day. That's one thing that Rhule did mention in his Zoom interview, which I will get into in a little bit. I'll talk about what he was talking about in his in the presser he did over Zoom. But overall, I think that Chris McCaffrey is the one player. C-Mac is the one dude who, if he were to actually opt out, I'd be like, I can see it. That's one of the guys that I think would have the whole team would be upset. The whole fan base would have something to say if C-Mac opted out. But literally no one else outside of Teddy, unless Teddy Bridgewater opted out, which would be crazy to me. If he opted out, that'd be kind of crazy. But anyone else doing it, I don't see this fan base getting too wild about it. Like, if DJ Moore opted out, I can understand that. If someone else, if if Dante Jackson opted out, he has a little kid. Dante has like a 2-year-old, 3-year-old, I think. So I can see that happening maybe. But, yeah, definitely only Teddy, but really C-Mac will be the biggest stories. Everyone else will be like, okay, whatever. It is what it is. The season is what it is. And as you guys know, I mean, new head coach, new OC, DC, new quarterback. We are way, way, way behind. You feel me? Way behind. It's July 29th. Bro, it's July 29th. And we're just now getting to this. I mean, and there's no preseason. Bro, there is no preseason. McCaffrey sit out, season is over. Come a little closer. Come a little closer, Cephas. I'm going to tell you a little secret. Let me tell you a little secret. This might blow your mind. I mean, this might actually blow your mind. I want you to look me in my ojos. That's Spanish for eyes. the windows of my soul. Whether or not Christian McCaffrey plays a single down this season, this season been over, my brother. Look, this season is not, it's already over. There's not a chance, a shot, anything that we, I think 8 wins is a phenomenal season. I think 8 wins would be a phenomenal season for us. Like, way, way, way above expectations. But whether or not Christian McCaffrey plays a single down probably will change. We probably go from, honestly, it'd probably be for the best. I would say, look, Christian McCaffrey, C-Mac, look, if you want to be real about this, how about you relax for a year, right? There's no shot of you getting, you won't get injured, you won't get sick, nothing's happening, and we move forward later on, and we can maybe at some, I mean, when's the last time we had a legitimate backup running back? I mean, we've had running back by committee, you know, Jay Stu and D Will, but I'm trying to figure out, and neither one of those guys weren't back. Those weren't backups. When was our last good developed backup? We've never really had a backup running back. Not never, but we haven't had a backup running back in over a decade. I want to say 15 years, right? Reggie Bonifant looks good. We didn't use him. Reggie got used in one game only. C-Mac he had a little stinger in his calf, I think it was. He got a little tightness. Reggie came in, did some work, and the coaches put him back on ice. They said, you know what? You look really impressive out there, Reggie. Cap? Stop it. Bro, I started this channel when, some of y'all won't remember this. When I started this channel, I think 2.5 years ago, one of my very first videos was talking about Cameron Artis Payne, and you would not believe the number of people who told me Cap was a good running back. And it went on for a full year. I felt like I was roasting this man because I had to put some facts down. Cap was horrible. At first, I thought you were saying Cap as in I was capping. I'm like, am I capping? And then I realized you meant Cameron Artis Payne. Oh, no, you're right. Fozzie Whitaker, actually, when was Fozzie Whitaker? Fozzie was alright. Fozzie wasn't bad. I would maybe give you Fozzie. Cap was bad, though. Cap was horrible. Yo, Cap was so bad, bro. Yo, I would rather have any one of you in this chat right now lining up at running back than Cameron Artis Payne. Because at the very least, you can get some money. I want to put some money in your pocket. Look, you get some good insurance playing at the NFL level. You get injured once. Look, you made a few tens of thousands of dollars. You probably made $30,000 for a single play. I want to make you some money. You might actually have a little bit more effect in the backfield than Cameron Artis Payne. Put your body on the line. Throw one nice block out. Throw one really good block out there and retire. You might do a little bit more than Cameron Artis Payne did in his 4 years on the team. Let's stop it. Yeah, I know C-Mac was a good backup in 2017. That's not exactly the point I'm trying to make, though, because that was when we were trying to give Jay Stu, his farewell tour. He was not good. Jay Stu was not good his last year here. Let's be honest. But we kept running him. We kept using him. And C-Mac was doing really good in his backup snaps. But he was a first-round pick running back that we all knew was going to be a franchise player. I don't count him as a backup. Cap was all right. I wouldn't say terrible. I would say terrible. Cap was bad, bro. Cap was not good. Cap was not. Actually, you know what? I have Jordan Max stats right here, but let me go and do this. This is a college stat. I don't really feel like doing this, but I'm going to, because I wanna make this point. I haven't made this point in a minute. Rookie year, 2015, a good year, 45 rushes, 183 yards. That's not bad for a backup. That's not bad at all. I'd actually give him that. 45 rushes, that's straight. He had four yards per. Honestly, you know what? I can't. 45 rush attempts. I'll admit this. He never really got a chance to play. But I'm also going to tell you this. This was back when I think we would have used him more. And the thing is, he kept getting signed. He wasn't on a 4-year deal. He kept getting signed and kept having to try out for the team. I don't think he was worth his spot on the team. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Cameron Artis-Payne was never worth his spot on the team, especially since we kept multiple tight ends and we kept a fullback. For Cameron Artis-Payne on the team, I mean, basically, first of all, his in 2017, when he had a 5.3 yards per attempt, he had 95 yards total, but his long was 43, meaning almost half of his yards for the whole season came on one run. And I think his yards per attempt goes all the way down to 3 yards per attempt if you take out that one run. So, I mean, he probably wasn't horrible. I think he was bad. He wasn't horrible, but he was not worth that 53rd spot on the team. Stewart was back with the Williams. Nah, that was a 1A, 1B kind of thing. That was a running back by commission. I don't count that. That would be the closest, but nah, that they were a tandem. They were, yeah, that was shake and bake. That was thunder and lightning, you feel me? That was yin and yang. They were really getting, I think, split reps. I think it wasn't really that even, but it was pretty close to being split. Oh, I wasn't even look like Brandon Jacobs with bad knees. Panthers will finish 7-9 if we have a season offense is too good and will put up points. Yeah. The offense will put up points. I agree with the second half of what you said. The offense will put up points. 100%. 100%. Had that one run against the Seahawks in 2017. I actually don't remember that. Was that the play where he broke like 2 or 3 tackles running up the left sideline, like on their half of the field? On their side of the field? I feel like I remember that from J. Stu, but I don't remember if that was 2017 or if that was the Seahawks game in 2017. Cap was a catching running back? I mean, I don't know. I mean, the man just didn't get targeted. 11 total targets in 4 years? Maybe. But I don't think he was. I think he probably would have, if he would have got more reps, he probably would have been better off. But I think we could have definitely just got some younger dude to come in, like, and do what he did. We could have got any number of people to do what he did, honestly. We didn't play the Hawks in 2017? Well, there it is. They did Cap dirty? Cap did himself dirty. Oh, back up to Steven Davis in 03. So, yeah, I was right. I think I said 15 years. That's 18 years. Yeah. So, it's been a minute. It's been a long minute since we had a legitimate backup running back. So, if CMC was to actually go ahead and opt out, this will be a good opportunity to actually bring up some young running back talent, get them some reps, and then for next year, when we actually have an actual team and whatnot, we can do a lot more. Because this is a dry run, right? This season was already, even without COVID-19, was going to be a dry run with obviously having new everything everywhere. The O-line isn't exactly straight right now. I mean, new coaches, new coordinators, new quarterback, the whole new different defense. It was gonna be a dry run. I don't know if 7-9 is possible, honestly, because I still have questions about the O line. You know what? I'll do this first. I want to go ahead and go through the Zoom. Wow. Jordan Scarlett, look, I was wondering why we didn't put Jordan Scarlett in, and then he got injured. Didn't he get injured blocking or something? Like, he just never got playing time. And I was really wondering why. I mean, we know Ron doesn't like playing young players, so it is what it is there. But I thought that Jordan Scarlett would get more time or more opportunities than Bonifan, than Reggie. But it was a weird situation where why would you waste picks and UDFA pickups to never use those running backs? I don't know. Play the Niners? Oh. Practice? That's not worth a draft pick. Unless you're talking about something else. Oh, practice is like, let those guys get better? I guess. But yeah, basically what he's saying here is, in the very beginning, he got asked questions. This is during Matt Rhule's Zoom press conference he did earlier today. He was talking about, obviously, pandemic, safety, players opting out, players and coaches and other people in the office having concerns and whatnot. He said, look, bro, everyone has different concerns, different reasons, different everything. He said he has no problem with people opting out. Everyone has to look out for themselves, so it is what it is. Talked about how the staff's at a disadvantage. We all know, even if we had the same staff from last year, we would still be at a disadvantage. So take the disadvantage you want. Do you want to be at the disadvantage of having Ron Rivera, Eric Washington, whoever, just name everyone. Norm. You want to have these guys at the helm, or bring a bunch of new guys. The disadvantage is going to be there no matter what. We're just at a much bigger disadvantage right now. Was he hurt against the Jags? I feel like the Jags game was a little bit too early in the season. I think he got hurt later on. Tolbert wasn't a backup? Nah. Tolbert wasn't a backup. Tolbert was a fullback who actually got more reps than I thought he would. And he was good, though. He was good. Oh, he got hurt at practice? Really? Oh, that got hurt in the game. That's weird. But yeah, okay then. So he got hurt, I feel like, with enough season behind him to actually have a lot more chances to get reps, and he just never got those reps. He never got the reps. No, he got injured last year. It was last season. Yeah, last season. But all it's going to take another spike in COVID-19. I promise you this. All it's going to take is Tom Brady getting COVID-19 out of practice and having to be hospitalized. It's going to take Tom Brady getting this disease and it not just being just go ahead and quarantine him, or Patrick Mahomes gets hospitalized and it's an actual very serious case. Watch this season get shut down with all quickness. Let one of these owners get COVID. Let one of these owners get COVID. And God forbid something really bad happens. You don't need a big outbreak. And honestly, I think a big outbreak is going to be coming pretty soon, the next couple of months. I mean, football, it won't start for another month and a half, so we have more time for this second wave to come. But let one of these old-ass rich owners contract the disease and watch how everything changes. So, Drew Brees canceled? Nah, why? Owners not getting it? Owners Owners got sugar babies to entertain. Owners got they might be married. They might be busy. But let me tell you one thing about these owners. They got sugar babies to entertain and they coming in and out. That's all I'm gonna speak on. Oh yeah, and also about K1. He's also still hurt. We don't really know what's going on with him. Now, a lot of people talking about Matt Rhule saying KK looks good. He looks to be in shape and whatnot. He looks to be all right. What's he gonna say? What is Rev Rhule gonna say about K1 Short? Oh no, he's still injured. He's hurt. He's not looking good. Things are not looking good for him. He doesn't have to play for another month and a half. So you may as well just say he's looking all right. He's still hurt. Looking all right. 315 pounds. What does that tell me about K1 Short? I mean, 315, sure, that's cool. I mean, as long as you're not saying 360 or like 280, then that information doesn't do anything for me. I don't care how much he weighs. I care about how fit he is, how healthy he is. Will he be good to go for the whole season? It's also a little bit strange that wasn't he hurt mad early into the season? Like against the was it the Bucks? Was he hurt against the Bucks? Or I think it might have been the Bucks. KK got hurt real early in the season. And he's still hurt. Greg Little, we're not sure about him. That was news that came out a couple of days ago. Actually, that's a video I wish I had done about Greg Little. Because that's a very early draft pick we traded up for. Rookie season, bunch of injuries, concussions, leg stuff. Still not sure coming into this season. And I'm telling you right now, I've been saying it since he got the second concussion of last year. This kid, he's a kid, really. This dude is one strong hit to the head away from being a wasted second round pick. And I hate calling him a wasted second round pick because he's more than that. Obviously, he's a person. But these dudes in the trenches get hit every single play. There are plays where the running back doesn't get hit. There are plays where there's no contact on the quarterback. There are plays when even linebackers, corners, they don't get touched at all. The dudes in the trenches, the O&D linemen, get hit every single play. That's where that real grimy stuff happens. Helmet to helmet happens all the time down there. So Greg Little still being out and still having big question marks makes me worried. Obviously KK makes me worried. Yeah, Bucks week 2. NFL's too greedy to is their pocket change will keep the sugar babies happy. The pocket change will keep the sugar babies happy, but the sugar babies gotta earn the pocket change. They're not just on retainer. Well, they are on retainer. They're not just getting paid. They're not getting paid a salary. Paid time off. There's no PTO. There ain't no PTO for a sugar baby. You gotta earn those wages. So you can't really social distance. You can't really social distance away from your sugar daddy. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta look. So I don't know how that's gonna work out. But yeah, bro. Yeah, 2 concussions. That's just bad, bro. That's serious. Like, if I was him, I would. It's a really hard case. So our O-line's questionable. The whole defense is questionable. The whole defense is suspect. So, I mean, that doesn't really tell me anything other than KK Short is still hurt. We don't know what's going on. I think Shaq will be good. I think Shaq Thomas is going to be good. I have nothing to think about him being not great. Graham Gano, I have no clue what to think about him. There was talk about trading him. Don't know what you'd get for Graham Gano coming off injury. I mean, you may as well keep what you got. Obviously, Pilardi is a big one. I think Pilardi was actually really big because he was a good punter. Pilardi was actually a really good punter. I have literally no clue who Joseph Charlton is. A 3-year deal though is that's pretty serious. A 3-year deal probably is only 1 year actually guaranteed, but this is bigger than just having a 1-year deal for a guy. So I mean, I don't know anything about this dude, Joseph Charlton. I'm not going to look him up. What do I actually really care about a punter? The fact of the matter is, our old punter, who was actually really good, Mike Pilardi was good, is injured, so you have to sign someone. I'm not going to look at this man's coffin corners or his touchback percentages or his average length of, air time, hang time on his punts, his pins in the 20 or the 10, that kind of stuff. I'm not going to look at those kind of stats up. It's a punter. The big takeaway here is that Mike Pilardi is not playing. Simple as that, he's not playing. I'll get that in a second. Back to this actually. It's looking like Little might be worse than Orr. Orr was alright for a little. Look. Yeah, our run D will be fine. Our run D will probably be better than last year. Fine is a question mark. Because the big thing is, if K1 isn't there, if K1 isn't on the inside, then it's just Derek Brown and someone else. Then, I mean, you double team Derek Brown, run away from him. Literally audible, flip the play. Flip the play every single time. Just don't run it. If you're going to run inside, don't run off tackle the other direction. No KK is going to be a problem. I think, like I said, I don't have a problem with. I don't think that we're going to see any big issues with Shaq. But if Shaq's out, that'll be a problem with the run D. But it'll definitely be better than last year. I think it'll be a lot better than last year. He said that some assistants are wearing face shields instead of face masks so players can see their face. That's a cool touch, I guess. That's fine. There wasn't really that much he said. Talked about how Curtis Samuel can be a running back. I was actually surprised that, I mean, you bring in this fresh new offense for the past 2 years, and you don't see much of Curtis Samuel being used in a role he was used in a lot in college. I was like, what? Obviously, Curtis Samuel can be used in running back situations. I'm not sure why Josh Klein used 3 exclamation marks like Curtis Samuel wasn't a huge running threat in college, and this isn't a big story. Well, this hasn't been a story for a minute now, but yeah, DJ obviously is a huge part of the team. The punter's good. Charlton, what's his name? I deleted it, or I closed the tab. I think his name was Charlton though, something Charlton. Players can't jersey swap after the game because of COVID. Yeah, but I mean that's a dumb rule, but I don't really. That's not gonna change anything for me. I don't really care. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't care players jersey swap. It's cool to look at it, see the pictures of them jersey swapping, but when I think about the 2020 NFL season for the Carolina Panthers, jersey swapping doesn't even come to mind. The safety spot, I'm worried about the corners, definitely the safeties. I mean, there's definitely questions all over the defense. In a way, the defense, as long as we see growth from older players, or as long as we see solid play and leadership from older players, and we see growth from the younger guys throughout the season, our defense can still be bad, but if we see noticeable change and improvement as the year goes on, I can respect that. I have no problem at all with having a bad defense, as long as we see the team improving, looking good, getting better as the year goes on. What was DJ's role? What, on the team? Catch the ball. Be the number 1 target. Break tackles. DJ Calvin? Calvin who? Calvin who? Yeah, Joseph. Yeah, Joseph Charlton. Calvin who? Let me don't say the one I think you're gonna say. Don't hey, come on now. He had the best punting average in the SEC. Word. That's what's up. Yeah, baseball is having problems. Yeah, baseball it was dumb. Baseball you couldn't do it. Everyone's spread out and whatnot, but there's so many baseball players. You have that it's not a small clubhouse, but you're in a clubhouse. There's too many guys. There's just too many people on a baseball team for it to really work out. Basketball makes sense. Not a lot of players, not a lot of coaches. You're in a bubble, and it's only the playoffs, so that works out for the NBA. Let's be real. You can't play football with a pandemic. They're gonna get their TV money prorated for the number of games that get played this season. But let's be honest. Let's be real here. I don't see this season actually going all the way through. Okay. I thought you were saying Johnson. I thought you were saying Calvin Johnson. I was going to say, look, I got love for DJ Moore like the next man do. I got love for DJ like the next man do. But let's not speak on Calvin Johnson. Let's not. Hey, can we not disrespect the man? Can we not disrespect the man? But yeah, Calvin Ridley? Yeah, for sure. Calvin Ridley definitely benefits from being on a team with Julio Jones. He's good too. He's obviously good too. But he definitely benefits from being on a team with Julio. All right, give me 1 second. I gotta go do something. I'll be right back. I gotta handle something real quick. But Pilardi has COVID. Let me look at that real quick though. WAPO? Oh, right. I forgot they've got a whoa, this one does say it. Alright. I'll be right back though. Ooh. Alright, pups. Are we straight? Cool. Oh yeah, you said Pilardi has COVID. I haven't seen that, but I mean, Mike Pilardi could have COVID, but I feel like that doesn't matter. That probably doesn't matter as far as him playing football because he did have a torn ACL. So, like, he could have COVID and that could be a problem for him personally, but the reason he's not playing football is definitely because of his knee. Like I said, Greg Little has a knee issue. He has a lot of issues. It's not just the knee. It's definitely also the concussions, which have a problem for me, which are going to be a problem for me. Brandon Bowen, that's okay. We'll see. Jordan Mack, we talked about that already. Johan Bushell-Betty, I think I did a short video talking about him. These don't move me. But about PJ Washington, now, I mean, honestly, if I didn't really care that much when we signed him, I already thought, like, look, it doesn't matter. I thought he won't be the starter, and if Teddy Bridgewater goes down, I didn't think the team's going to do good either way. Like, I thought the season was a wash either way. I would have been okay with the team just keeping Kyle Allen for another year. Like, think about what this year is, even before we knew about COVID and whatnot, or about how it would affect sports and how it would be going on for so long. I think we all understood this was not going to be a deep playoff run for the team, and if you wanted to save money and look at prospects in the future, you still have Kyle Allen on a deal. I mean, you don't get a ton for getting rid of him, and you don't have to spend money on Teddy Bridgewater or whoever, and the team's probably not going to be all that great. The only reason you pick up Teddy Bridgewater is because he's relatively cheap and because you want to see a taste of what this Joe Brady offense can look like, and that's something that Teddy can do. He can give you a taste of what it might look like at a slightly lower level. Teddy is not the franchise quarterback, so even though I don't think his contract was all that huge, I don't think it was worth it, because honestly, what do you really expect to get from signing Teddy Bridgewater? You may as well have kept Kyle Allen. Will Grier is a failed experiment. I do not agree with that. Will Grier was a project quarterback who got taken in the 4th round of the draft, and he got thrown into... He was never supposed to be a starting quarterback or field ready for the NFL in his first season. I think that's the biggest problem with the NFL, but fans as well. I feel like fans think that every single quarterback who comes out of college should be ready to start NFL games in their very first year. There was a time not too long ago when you didn't start your rookie quarterbacks. Now, if you have a first-round guy, that makes sense. But it doesn't matter how late in the season it is. If you have a 4th-round quarterback, it's not every single player who comes out of college is going to be ready to play the NFL game in their very first year. And let's not forget, apart from, even if we can just ignore that everyone knew that Will Grier was a project quarterback who's going to take time to learn how to play in the NFL, because the offensive scheme at West Virginia was really tailored to him making one read on half the field. No, it was one read, and then there was a backup bailout plan, but it was a half-field read where they had actually one of the best, I think, schemes in the country. Because if you watch their games, I only watched a couple of the games. I watched a lot of his highlights. But players were just open. Players were schemed wide open. Their offensive coordinator, their pass consultants, or whatever it is, they made sure that scheme worked really well for Will Grier. But that was not a pro-style offense. He was not making pro-style reads. But if you can ignore even that for a second, what happened in the week that Will Grier started for the Panthers? Didn't his head coach get fired? His offensive coordinator got fired. And he was thrown in against what I call it a decent defense. It wasn't a great defense, but it wasn't a horrible defense. And then against the Saints, are we really going to say a very last third round comp pick, basically a first pick in the fourth round quarterback who's a project guy whose first start in the NFL was the week 3 of his coaches / coordinators got fired. Half his team is injured. The team is playing bad. No one has any motivation to play good at all. We're gonna write a dude off for that? It is what it is, man. It is what it is. I don't know if Will Grier is a failure because of that. I don't know. I feel like when you actually think about the situation Will Grier was put into, and then he gets hurt for no reason behind a horrible O-line. I feel like if you actually think about the situation Will Grier was put into, I don't think he's a bust. I don't think it's a failed experiment. It's just sad it's just really sad what our front office did to a player who anyone who looked him up or knew about him from college knew he was not ready to play the NFL level this year. Yeah, we got 6 points against the Colts when Will Grier started. I don't feel like you're not hearing what I'm saying. I feel like you don't hear what I'm saying. I feel like you don't hear what I'm saying right now. His coaches got fired, and he was never supposed to. We're not talking about this right now. If you think Will Grier if you had high expectations for Will Grier coming to this season, I don't think you did research on him before the season, and I don't think you were looking at what was going on with the team right when he got in there. I feel like these are very important points to consider. Because look at this. When you have a young quarterback in the locker room, right? When you have a young quarterback in the locker room, what is the most important, or a young player in general at any position, what is the most important thing that player should have in the locker room? A veteran presence at his position. Okay, Cam was gone the whole season. Cam was not in that locker room. So the only veteran presence, the only other player who could talk to Will Grier was Kyle Allen. Will Grier was watching and learning behind Kyle Allen, a guy who was in his first year starting in the NFL. No veteran presence, not great coaching, not a good O-line, and he was a project quarterback that wasn't supposed to be playing in his first year in the NFL. If you tell me that is a recipe for success and that Will Grier failed your expectations, given all that, then I guess you're analyzing football a little different than me. It's cool too. I mean, it's not a big deal. You might have had much bigger expectations for Will Grier given the circumstances of what our team was going through last year, and I feel that. We can disagree. And I'm not even saying that Will Grier would have been like, a franchise starting great quarterback going into this year in 2020. All I'm saying is Will Grier was managed and he was handled 100% wrong. He was 100% wrong. He was set up to fail. He was set up to fail by a front office that said, look, Cam's hurt. We're not bringing him back. They knew, look, the team knew they were not bringing Cam back very, very early in the season. He got hurt again. I'm sure by week 8, the team was like, no, we're not. We're looking at moving away from Cam. They were already done with Cam. They knew Kyle Allen wasn't a franchise guy. So they said, look, let's see what we have in Will right now. Let's just look at it. They ignored every possible sign there could have been. They ignored every possible sign. A smart person would have said, maybe we shouldn't throw this rookie into this situation where there's a no-win. It's whatever, though. This isn't even about Will Grier. But yeah, there's not really all that much. There isn't really all that much that Rev Rhule talked about in his Zoom that isn't like super obvious. DJ Moore had a really great year. Curtis Samuel can be used in a lot of different ways. Guys might opt out. There's only been one guy so far. Oh yeah, Stanley Thomas Oliver. I think he can be good. I think he'd be good. A guy the team wants to develop. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, you can just point at every single one of our draft picks, especially the guys in the secondary. They're more like developmental pieces because they're just not gonna have a great year this year. They could surprise me, but we go against some of the absolute best of the quarterback wide receiver duos in the league. It's gonna be a trial by fire for these guys. So I don't see them having like monumental years, but this is gonna be a great way for them to learn. A great way for them to learn. Why don't I like Rivera? Ron Rivera was a good person. Wait, what? I think in all my videos I did about Ron getting fired, I always mentioned he was a good guy. He wasn't a bad coach. But yeah, like you said, it's time for a change. I don't dislike him. I just think that he had some really big flaws, but he wasn't bad. And I even said consistently, the second he leaves Carolina, he will have teams lining up to hire him. And that's what happened. You trying to dip? What's up? Y'all leaving? That's cool. Oh, cool. So yeah. So Ron, I never hated Ron. I just thought he lied too much. I thought he lied too much to the media. I thought he lied too much about player management. And I think he just handled players wrong. But he wasn't a bad coach. You could do a hell of a lot worse. You could do way worse than having Ron Rivera be your coach. And then there's some just unlucky breaks with injuries, the division you're in, unlucky breaks is here and there. Happens to everyone. But I wouldn't call him bad. I don't hate him. I just hated what he did and what he said when it came to player development and player management. Yeah, that missed opportunities shit was just stupid. I hated that. This is a huge cop out. It's funny. Something I would say, honestly, if I was being talked to by the media about why we did so bad, and I didn't want to talk to the media, I'd say missed opportunities. We could have did one thing, didn't do it. Hey, next time we got them. But I would also expect people to hate me for those answers. So it is what it is. He was great for most of his time because the defense were really great. Yeah, he was an ex linebacker who was on the '85 Bears, who got gifted Cam Newton and Luke Kuechly, and at the same time Greg Olsen. So I mean, it's really hard to say. Is it more players or coaches or players? He came into a really good situation. He's not a bad coach, but it was just time to move on. Who was better, Ron Rivera or John Fox? Ron Rivera. But that's also a little unfair. But I would probably say Ron Rivera. Probably give it to Ron. I'll give it to Ron. Yeah, both were horrible at the end, and I kind of expect Ron to have a John Fox year in Washington, because they got some problems themselves. And honestly, I could have done a whole lot of videos about Ron Rivera, the Redskins, like have y'all noticed that why is the head coach why is the Washington team? What does Ron Rivera have to do with the name of the team? What does Ron Rivera have to do with what goes on in the HQ? Because the head coach handles things with the team, the other coaches, the staffers, the medical guys, the trainers, the people who are dealing with football operations. What is Ron Rivera's experience? What is his responsibilities with naming a team? What is his input? What is he going to actually enforce with what's going on at the HQ and the offices and the cubicles with how HR works? What is Ron Rivera's role? What is his responsibilities with how women are treated in areas and offices he will really not be in very often at all? Oh, you saying he was a reason why they're great? Yeah, it's a give and take. But that's just really weird. I don't understand what's going on there. That's a bad situation, and I knew it was gonna be bad even when he went, bro. Their owner is incompetent, bro. That's literally the nicest thing you could ever say about that man, Dan Snyder. Calling him incompetent is actually a compliment. That's a softball. That man, Dan Snyder, is literally one of the worst owners in sports, or at least in American sports. Think about Cam in New England. He has no team around him. There was no offense there when he got there, and now all the players on defense are leaving too. And that just means once the Patriots start losing games, he's gonna get blamed. If you want to be real, I'm not so sure Cam has many years left in the NFL, because people are gonna make their assumptions about Cam. The best thing that can happen for Cam right now is this season getting canceled. The absolute best thing that Cam could do, the best thing that could happen for Cam, is there being no NFL season in 2020, and then Bill Belichick can work his magic for picking up players in the offseason and picking up. He definitely has a file on guys way before they hit junior year in college. So I think he has scouts out there. There's not gonna be college football either. There's no way you have college football. But I think you're gonna have a much better chance of staying in the NFL if this year does not happen, because that Patriots team will not be good. Bro, that Patriots team will not be good, and the best person to blame is gonna be Cam. No matter how he does, he's gonna have to play at an MVP level, which is gonna be really hard to do with no O-line, running backs kind of hurt, receivers and tight ends. You gotta pray for guys to get healthy or take huge steps in development. It's gonna be tough. Cam left one team with no weapons to another team with no weapons. Cam left one team with a ton of weapons and no defense to a team that had great defense but no weapons, but now the whole defense is opting out, so there's nothing on either side of the ball now. We got weapons now. Hold up, the Panthers got weapons. The Panthers got weapons, and also he didn't exactly. Well, leave is a weird word to use there, but yeah, same basic thought there. We fired Ron after we knew we were out of the playoffs. My brother, we knew we were out of the playoffs as soon as Cam went down. Was it a gun with a broken trigger? Cam was a gun that was not maintained correctly by the owner. If you don't maintenance, clean, oil, all this stuff, just general gun upkeep, that gun will jam. That gun will not be reliable. He was handled, like I said, with Ron Rivera talking about younger players. Cam was mismanaged several times. And I think he was mismanaged by the refs as well, especially early in 2016. But Cam was definitely mismanaged by the medical staff, the front office, the coaching staff of the Panthers. Yeah, bro, we were out of the playoffs very, very, very quickly. Tell you that right now. Sanu is decent. Did you watch Sanu? Did you watch Mohamed Sanu when he was playing this past season? He ain't look good. Now, Mohamed Sanu did look good earlier in his career. N'Keal Harry was not looking great last year. He has to step up a little bit. He had some drops. And Edelman is old, and I'm pretty sure he led the league or was top 2 or 3 in the league in drops last year. They have some decent names that are interesting, but that core of guys is not as solid as you think. And yeah, they have good running backs. They have good running backs, but you got to fix the O-line as well. And the Patriots have nowhere near the kind of weapons we have. They have nowhere even close. They couldn't even sniff the weapons that we have. You feel me? Could have won both games easily. The first 2 games against the Rams and the Bucks. Rams could have been won easily. Could we have won that Bucks game easily? I actually don't know. They got Bird too. Does that actually move the needle for me? Not really. Matt Lacoste and Ryan Izzo. That also does not move the needle for me. What about defense? They had a great defense last year. Actually, the Patriots have had a top 10 defense all but, I think, 3 years. 3 of the 20 years that, or 3 of the 18, was it 18 or 20 years that Brady was in New England? They were only not a top 10 defense 3 times. So they've always had a good defense. They had a great defense last year. But, I mean, guys, what was it, 5 players? 5 defensive players have opted out for the season, and their backup running back opted out as well. Not one of their main dudes, but yeah, I mean, they're just guys who aren't going to be playing on their defense this year. So on paper, they would have been really good on D. They could have, just had him be game manager-esque early on and make moves, but it's going to be kind of rough for him. Didn't Winston beat the Aints? Jameis isn't a bad quarterback. I legit think that Jameis just can't see the field. I legit think, you saw how he's always squinting and whatnot. I know he got LASIK surgery or whatever. I really do think that Jameis Winston just could not see the field. You feel me? So he'll be a little better. He'll be better. Tempo, competitive. Because Cam threw the Super Bowl, or if you didn't, it's because Cam threw that Super Bowl. What do you mean? Another major reason is because Cam threw that Super Bowl, or if he didn't, he was not competitive. Have a tempo that Tepper wants. Do you mean he was hurt through the Super Bowl, or do you mean he threw it as in you think he choked? As in he sold. If you're saying he threw it like he choked the Super Bowl, I don't know. I feel like that was a defensive Super Bowl, and if we want to be really real, we wouldn't be talking about Cam not diving on a football if the refs made the right call right before that. You know what I'm talking about. I feel you. Yeah. Yeah, the whole team was just bad. The whole team was bad. It was a lot of things coming together at a really bad time. And I think with so much turnover going on with the organization, it was, even if Cam was healthy, I feel like it was a good time to just move on. It just was what it was. Ron lost that? Nah, we just got beat by a better defense. Simple as that. Not much more than that. I'm gonna stay open. Yeah, not much more than that. We just got beat by a better defense. Neither offense looked good. We had no weapons, which wasn't a problem until the Super Bowl. But yeah, we had no weapons. The Broncos D was way better, and the left side of that line was not looking good. The left side of that line was not looking good. Showboat Cam was not throwing that game. Yeah, it's because getting hit every single down, Cam was the one playing that game. Missed field goals, true. Yeah, that one play, I'll admit, it wasn't a great look. You can explain it any way you want. You can do whatever. There's a lot of things you can explain and try to convince someone of, but end of the day, it is what it is. And I'll be real with you. If I saw literally any other quarterback in the league do what Cam did, I would not listen to not a single excuse. You feel me? For me, I'm gonna be real about it. If it was any other fan base, any other quarterback, and I saw that quarterback do what Cam did, and that team's fans talking about, well, this happened and Jericho Cotchery did catch that ball right before that, so the refs did. I'd want to hear no parts of it, and that's just real. So, even though I feel a certain way about what happened with Cam, I gotta acknowledge that if it wasn't Cam, and it was just some other team, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't want to hear it. It is what it is. Britton Burson. Yeah, Vaughn had his number. He had his address. The man had every book in his house. The man might have had the keys to his car. He had a lot. Vaughn had a lot of things of Cam's. Vaughn had a lot of things that Cam owned. You can prove it on purpose. Doesn't matter now. Doesn't matter 5 years later. You know what? The biggest. What's more annoying? I don't know. Actually, no. I don't know what's more annoying. The people who hate Cam, who to this day, 5 years later, will bring up him not diving on a football, or the people who love Cam and the Panthers, who only can reference 2015 when talking about Cam. It's like, oh man, I hope we have 2015 Cam back. Or remember in 2015 when Cam did this? Remember 2015? Like, we could have a winning, successful season with even 80% of what Cam was doing. 80% of the player that Cam was in 2015. And I hate being stuck 4 years ago. I hate fan bases that you just hear them talk about, oh man, remember how we were doing 4 or 5 years ago, bro? Hey, if we was doing it this year, imagine if this year was like what was happening 4 or 5 years ago. Remember what we was doing 4 or 5? I'm like, bruh, yeah, that was 4 or 5 years ago. Can we move on from that? And that's how I feel about, sports in general. It's about this year. We can talk about last year if you want to. Let's talk about last year. But for the most part, I want to hear about this year and how a player will get better, or if he's playing worse this year as it relates to maybe last year or earlier on in the season. I just hate talking about 4 or 5 years ago every single time you mention this man's name. It's just weird. It's just weird. Also, you're right. The refs were suspect. They gave Peyton, the golden child of the NFL, the greatest gift of his life. But yeah. Yeah, and also Cam was, man. It's just really hard talking about Cam. Cam was dealt a really bad hand. A really bad hand. Will be more competitive? If players keep opting out, didn't Damian Williams, is that his name? The running back for the Chiefs? Yeah, Damian Williams opted out. You would need guys like Damian Williams. You need Mike Evans. Look, we got to win some games in our own division first, and let's worry about winning games in our division before we talk about, successful seasons. Where do I rank us in the division? Well, there's 4 teams, so last. They didn't want to see a black quarterback win the Super Bowl. I don't know about that. I think they just didn't want Peyton Manning to lose after getting benched for Brock. I almost said Brock Lesnar, Brock Osweiler, and Brock Osweiler playing way better than Peyton Manning in the regular season, and then they throw Peyton Manning back into the starting lineup for the playoffs. For what reason? I don't know. Peyton was horrible. His second to last game, he threw 4 or 5 picks, and his last game he was like 3 for 14 for like 18 yards. Hold up. I'm pretty sure game logs 2015. Yeah, so his second to last game, he was 5 for 20, 4 picks. 5 for 20, 35 total yards, 4 picks. Right? His last game, 5 for 9, 69 yards, and got sacked. Now, you tell me why he was thrown back into the starting lineup for the playoffs. It is what it is. Yeah, if teams as a whole opt out, if we get the whole NFC to opt out, and we can just get us a go straight to the Super Bowl card, anything could happen. You feel me? Anything could happen. But I mean, let's be real though. Let's be 100% real here. How many of y'all in here think this season is going to get played all the way through? Like, we're going to get all 16 games and the playoffs. I 100% believe this season will start, but I don't really think we're going to get to the end of this season. Fifth? Yeah. Said don't answer that. Yeah, we probably get I say 5 wins. I say 5, but if you ask me to put 100 on it, well, no, put a rack on that, 1,000. I say 4. I say 4 wins. Yeah, we're not getting the full season. We're definitely not getting the full season, so it is what it is there. It's football. That's the thing. The problem is it's football. If this was basketball, it'd be a whole... Wait, what? Now, I know for a fact I follow the Riot Report. Wait, did my follows get messed up? Wait, what happened to my following? Only following 285? Bro, what? I think I automatically unfollowed mad people. I would have never... I knew I didn't follow Russell Okung, but it unfollowed me. I knew I followed Trey Boston, and I wasn't following him, and it showed I wasn't following him. And the Riot Report, I've been following them for a minute. That's real weird. Eli, when it came to win, Eli was praying, begging him to win. Eli was begging him to win. We have players who will test positive during the season, but the NFL won't shut down. The NFL won't shut down if our players test positive. Let Brady test positive. Let Patrick Mahomes test positive. Let Roger Goodell test positive. Let one of these owners test positive. And those guys are old. Those are old dudes. That's something different. Bucks record prediction? I don't know their schedule. Whoa, their first games against the Saints? Whoa, they have back-to-back divisional games? Crazy. Crazy. Wait, do the Bucks usually have 420? Wait. Wow, they put this Bucks Saints game at 425. Wait, the Bucks have mad 425 in primetime games. Wow. There's no chance. Hold up. Before I get to that, there's just no chance they had that many 425 in prime times last year. It doesn't even show the times. Can I see what time it started? I can't. Yeah, this is definitely, obviously, because of Brady. But yeah, I know for a fact, there's just no way they had this many good time slots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of their 16 games are in great time slots. And the games that they don't have great time slots, against us, against the Chargers, against us again, no surprise. Against the Vikings, that would have been a good game. And against the Falcons. And the Falcons again. And this one against the Lions is TBD for some reason. Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. You're right. They don't care if Roger gets sick. But if one of the owners do, that's a whole different thing. But yeah, I mean, 11? Wait, was it really 11? It can't be 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It was 9. Let me just count again real quick. Let me just count one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, 9, possibly 10. And these games can get flexed. This Vikings game can get flexed. If the Falcons are doing really good, that game can get flexed. 9 of 16, over half your games being either prime time or like the 2 or 3 game slot. That's wild. Yo, Lee, I don't know about the NFL, maybe the NFL, but I promise you this. If LeBron got COVID, we would never know. If LeBron got COVID, we would never know. Or it wouldn't be the NBA telling us. Hey, bro, it would not be the NBA telling us. LeBron get COVID, there is no finals. There's no finals being played at all. You shut Disney down for the whole year. Please flex our game. Please don't. Please don't. Please. I want the least amount of eyes watching our game. I don't want anyone saying anything. I don't want anyone. The less people who watch the Bucks, who watch Tom Brady and this Bucks circus of a weapon, of a receiving core, running back core, tight ends. The less people who can just watch the massacre happen, the better. JR will slip and tell. Yeah. JR got some problems. Hold up. I want to look at something real quick. No, don't tell nobody. Oh, wait. No. Doesn't the season start on Friday? Yeah, it's on Friday. Yeah, yesterday was the last of the, what are those called? Scrimmages? Yeah, last of the scrimmages. And I'm pretty sure the NBA starts again on Friday. But you said, hold up. Let's do this first. You said record prediction? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11 and 5. I give the Bucks 11 and 5. It starts tomorrow. What? It's the 30th? No, that's right. That's right. It was originally scheduled to start on the 31st, and they moved it up a day. That's right. If Zion tested positive, nah, only because the Pels they're not gonna be going very deep in the playoffs, and honestly, he'll probably get injured anyway. This man probably gonna get hurt, but he's in better shape though. Zion is in better shape. They play tomorrow. They play the Jazz tomorrow, and the Lakers and Clippers. Oh my, damn, 9 o'clock. Definitely gotta see that. You definitely gotta watch that. Y'all heard about Lou Williams? Y'all know about Lou Will. I know y'all know about Lou Will. 100%. Celtics Bucks, I have to watch that. My man Lou Will wanted some chicken wings, and they punished him. Hey, bro. About the Bucks record? What? What? Oh, what? What do you mean? 11. Oh, agreed. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Lee, 100%. The offense is going to be great to watch. I actually believe in Teddy Bridgewater. I think he's going to be all right. He won't be bad. He'll be all right. He'll play like a 6.5 out of 10, which is what you should expect out of him. He won't be like a 9 or a 10, obviously. He won't be an 8. 7, he'll probably fluctuate between a 6 and a 7 throughout games. Maybe a couple 5s here and there. I don't expect him to carry the team. I expect him to do his job, be just slightly above a game manager, and we have way too much talent on offense to ask Teddy Bridgewater to carry the whole load. And plus, I already know, Davis probably said it to C-Mac. Hey, bro. We got you racked up. Hey, you got M&Ms falling out the pockets. So you gonna be running the ball. The ball gonna be in your hands. Remember when Ron Rivera said we were gonna try to get more players in and get you out sometimes? Remember how he lied about that? I'm not gonna lie to you. We put some money in your pocket. You on that field, brother. You were gonna be on that field. We are not looking at another running back. We might cut Reggie Bonifant. We might cut Reggie. We might cut Jordan Scarlett. And it's just going to be you out there. It's going to be you and the backup's your contract. That's what it's going to be. We're going to run empty sets. If you are injured, if you are too sick to play, we are running empty. We're not putting a tight end back there. We're not putting a fullback back there. We're not putting a D lineman back there in goal line situations. Christian. It is you. Pat Bev's out too. I think I heard that, but I don't remember exactly what it is. I want to say Zion is the Pat Mahomes of the NBA. He was just out too long, bruh. I think if Zion did not get hurt and played throughout this full season, maybe. But let's respect John Morant. Let's respect John Morant. Now, John Morant was doing he put in some work. John Morant put in some work. And let's not even forget, don't forget B.I. Because all that time when Zion was out, do you know what B.I. was doing? Brandon Ingram was putting in that work too. They ran CMC into the ground, the dirt last year. Yeah, and they gave him money. They said, look, 2 years ago, you on the field 99% of all plays. Last year, you were on the field for 97%. Now, for the next 3-4 years, Can you cover the slot? They gonna ask this man to play the slot. He might play nickel. You know how we haven't had a good nickel corner in a minute now. They might have Christian McCaffrey playing out there in the slot. Let's not lie about it. Yeah, his backup is what it is. But 5th or 6th, probably. Where are the standings at? I agree, because the Pelicans they're really good, bro. The whole team is really good, actually. Not having Zion just messed them up. And also, I think BI's numbers... Oh, my God. My cat is crying right now. She wants attention. Relax, bud. Relax. I'm just going downstairs. BI's numbers kind of went down when Zion came back. But the whole squad is nice. But like I was saying, though, let's not forget about John Morant. John Morant was more... He's not as box office as Zion. But at least he played. At least he played. I think 6th or right up there. They'd be up there with the Mavs for sure. Definitely 12 games. I think Zion's presence was definitely worth 12 games. 12 wins. Not just 12 games, 12 wins. And the Rockets had some problems. Even before they went completely small ball, they just had one of the fastest paces in the NBA, and they had one of the worst defenses in the NBA. And it wasn't the wild part was it wasn't even James Harden. Harden's D this year has been really good. Now, past several years, a whole different thing. But they weren't going to beat the Pelicans. The Pelicans would be a really hard out for them. Yeah, I don't really care that much about watching the Jazz. They're a good team. But I really do hope I don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen here. I have no clue what's going to happen there. But I think the Celtics can actually make it. I think the Celtics could actually be the team that comes out of the East. I got love for Giannis, but hey, them boys in Boston, how wild is it though? How wild is it that our two franchise players in the two major sports we have in North Carolina, in the same city, both get a really, really bad deal from their team, mismanaged in every way possible, and then they both go to a Boston team that I don't like. Never had love for the Celtics. Never had love for the Patriots. I got it out this year. I don't have to root for the Patriots as my side, like AFC team, because they're gonna be bad. So I can just relax and hope the best for Cam, which would be the no NFL season. But I had to hope the Celtics were gonna be good. I had to hope a Boston team was gonna be good. And you know what happens in Boston. You know about Boston. And the Celtics in general. I mean, I'm still a Hornets fan, but you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I do want to see Kemba win something and get some more recognition. Oh yeah, definitely still a Hornets fan, but I definitely want to see Kemba do good on the Celtics for sure, 100%. Yeah, Kemba has a legit shot, and Cam is a good season for the NFL is a bad season for Cam. If we get a full 16 games of the NFL this year, I just don't see a situation where the Patriots as a whole look good enough for Cam not to be scapegoated as the reason why they're losing or they do badly. And they have a hard schedule too. I think they have the third hardest schedule of all the teams. So it's like he's not getting any favors. You feel me? It's gonna be it's gonna be a really tough season for him. And if the Patriots start losing, they're gonna blame him. Even if the defense is bad and there's guys opting out and whatnot, it's gonna be Cam's fault. Simple as that. seeing MJ's passion that we know he's hurt about losing. MJ is not hurting about nothing, bro. If MJ wanted to stop being hurt about losing, he would have. If he didn't want to lose, he would have. He would have. I don't want to say sold the team, but he would have stopped having opinions on player acquisitions, contracts, and drafting a long time ago. A long time ago. Also, this Michael Jordan ain't exactly the Michael Jordan from the late 80s, early mid 90s. Actually, late 80s to late 90s. Oh yeah, but Mike wanted to win. That documentary opened a lot of eyes, but I feel like it was already like a pretty like open secret that Mike was just one of the biggest assholes on the court. Oh yeah, Kim on the Chargers, Kim on the Raiders would have been great. I actually wanted to see Kim on the Raiders. Pretty solid team, great young running back. Josh Jacobs is a really good running back, decent enough defense, and I actually believe in John Gruden. They're gonna be in Las Vegas. They're gonna be in Vegas. Blacked out the Raiders fan base. You get Evil Cam, bro. You get Evil Cam, black and silver, in Vegas. That is a show. That's definitely a show. You have him. Come on, it's that'd be best situation for him. Now the Chargers are in LA. That'd be dope. But I mean, the Chargers stadium situation, their fan base situation, is a little bit weird. Cam in Buffalo? Nah, I believe in Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen's gonna be good. Yeah, new identity, new uniforms. He's gonna carry them. He's gonna have to. If they win games, he's gonna have to carry. That would have sucked for us. Maybe. It might have sucked for us, but I promise you this. There's only a few teams that it wouldn't have sucked for us going against. Opening our season, closing our season, at any point, you feel me? He folded in the playoffs? Yeah. He's still a young quarterback. Why would the Bills take Cam? No, that's evil Belichick. That's evil Belichick. That's hated Cam. Cam in Boston, he don't get hate from the Boston fans. He's gonna get hate from people who just hate the Patriots off principle. He'll get hated, but he wouldn't be evil Cam. Evil Cam would definitely be Raider Nation. Evil Cam would be Raider Nation. Hated Cam, definitely with the Patriots. I wouldn't have been that mad at seeing him go to Washington. I wouldn't have liked it. But if he had gone there, that would have. I don't know. Actually, that would have been stupid. I never liked that. Falcons fans wanted Cam in Atlanta. Of course they did. Of course they wanted Cam in Atlanta. Yeah. Thomas Davis went back to Ron for some reason. Hurricane Hannah? There's a hurricane? How do I see Ron doing with Washington? Well, I see the Washington team doing bad regardless of who their coach, quarterback, coordinator, all that. It doesn't matter who is where As long as Dan Snyder is the owner, that team will never be anything better than mediocre. Simple as that. They weren't always bad. They weren't always horrible. They were mediocre for a minute. They were mediocre for a minute. Claire. Come here, Claire. What's up, bud? You can stay up here. Kurt Coleman is better than Trey? I just wonder about the contract. Trey Boston is on, like, the worst contract of all time. Like, he's on an extremely friendly team deal, or extremely team-friendly deal right now. So, like... Alright. So, I have no problem with him playing. And plus, this year's a wash for me anyway. So, I really don't have much of an opinion on acquiring new guys. Why don't we sign more players? Like, the way I see it, what's the end game in signing starter level players this year, this season? I'm not saying tank. I'm just saying there's just not much of a reason to sign Kurt Coleman to this team. If we're going to sign anyone, I'm looking for more O-linemen. If we're going to sign anyone, I'm looking for a linebacker or a D-lineman. I want to either protect Teddy or strengthen more strengths. In fact, sign a receiver. Sign another running back. Sign whatever. I wouldn't touch the secondary. I actually wouldn't touch the linebackers either, actually. I really wouldn't. I think Jordan Mack opting out is going to be tougher than we realize right now. But I wouldn't touch the secondary. At least not for a starter level player. What's the point? Oh, yeah. Well, this was a hurricane that happened in Texas. In the Gulf, I think it was. So, I don't even know what's going on with that. Are there any hurricanes coming up? This is a whole different look about what this stream is supposed to be. You know, I always come on stream. Or whenever I do stream, right before I hit live, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have a plan. I'm gonna talk about this, this, and this, and literally every time I stream, it gets way off topic. Like, we end up talking about Will Grier. I hate talking about Will Grier because I just end up getting mad about how badly we managed him. And then we spend a lot of time talking about Cam again. And now I'm looking at hurricanes. I'm looking at hurricanes right now. Apparently this is a busy season for hurricanes. I'm going to pretend I read this. I don't know. I have no clue. Apparently it's a busy season for hurricanes. But I don't know what's going to happen, like, in the Atlantic. Yeah, they had Cousins went to the playoffs. Kirk was alright. Maybe a tight end? Maybe, actually. And then Alex Smith's leg actually exploded. Yeah, you can't just say he got hurt. Alex Smith didn't just get hurt. He wasn't just injured. That man almost lost his whole leg, bro. He probably could have lost his life. Didn't his surgery get messed up? He got infected. Do you see the picture of his leg? Bro, the picture of that man's leg was actually disgusting. Actually disgusting, bro. And now they're talking about him being cleared to play again. Honestly, if he ever touches the field again, if Alex Smith ever touches the field again, the man is stupid, and I think he deserves whatever happens. And I would never say that about anyone. But after seeing what he went through and what he had, and what his leg looked like, yeah, there's just no way. There's just no way. Is there a storm brewing in the islands? Damn. Bro, Alex almost became... I don't even know. There's no way I even look at. I couldn't even watch football. If that happened to me, bro, his leg was like black and green and like I don't even know, bro. It was this. It looked like a chicken bone. It was small too, bro. It was disgusting. Yeah, I don't want to see Alex play again. I'm glad he survived and whatnot, but that's an injury you're gonna feel for the rest of your life. Like you don't just that doesn't just happen to you. You get surgery, and then everything's fine. Like that's something you're gonna feel forever. Kyle Allen is third. Then what do you mean? Oh, you mean for the Redskins or for the Washington team? Didn't he break his femur? Wasn't that his femur? Or was it something else? I think it was his femur, which was even worse. God, bro. Imagine breaking your fucking femur. Fibula, tibula, yeah. I think it was his femur. But yeah, that team in Washington is not ever going to be good until Dan Snyder sells that team. Simple as that. Uh, I think there was one more thing I want to talk about. We talked about Russell Okung saying that he doesn't trust scientists. We talked about Graham Gano, Mike Pilardi, practice. Talked about Rhule having his Zoom presser. Will Greer, Red Wolves. That'd be cool. That'd be alright. I honestly don't care. I really don't care about what the Washington team does because it won't change how I feel about them, about the team, the organization. It won't make them a winning team. And this is too little too late. He was forced to change the name of the team. He didn't do this out of the goodness of his heart. He wasn't just threatened. These people didn't just say we're gonna stop giving you money. Amazon, Nike, Walmart, these big corporations pulled his products. The NFL, they pulled his products. He was gonna lose money long term. That's why he did it. He doesn't care. The dude doesn't care about being right or good. The dude cared that his money his money line was getting squeezed. Ain't even matter, bruh. Thoughts on Kunashek? He'll be good. He won't start. Tamir, Jordan, yeah, he won't start. Not Jordan, I meant to say Shaq. But yeah, he definitely won't start. In a 4-3, nah. But I do think he's gonna be good. Nah, yeah. Ron's not going to start Kyle Allen over Haskins. You have to at least see what Haskins can give you in his second year. They got Terry McLaurin. So he'll be all right. Sleeping on him? Maybe a little. Maybe a little. I think a lot of fans recognize the name and they remember him having like, I don't know who that guy is really, but I feel like I remember hearing his name, doing something good here or there. I feel like I remember him doing something. I think most fans would recognize the name and have positive thoughts about it, but they just don't really know him that much. You feel me? That's on Tahir Whitehead. Did I just call him Tamir earlier? Or did I say Whitehead? I don't know. But he'll be decent. He'll be good in the run game. Very bad in the pass. So you have him in there. He could just be a 2-down linebacker. because he's an absolute liability in the pass game. What would you do? You'd have to go nickel. Yeah, I just don't know. Or you blitz him on third down every single time and hope for pressure. But yeah, he will definitely help out a run defense for sure. Yeah. Kyle wasn't bad. Kyle wasn't bad. He just wasn't that great. Wasn't put in a good situation to win. Like, same thing. It's like not exactly the same thing as Will Greer, but I mean, Kyle Allen was put in a bad spot too. Kyle Allen was dealt a bad hand, but it was nowhere near as bad as Will Greer's hand. But yeah, I think it was dealt a bad hand. And yeah, when the defense started playing bad, he was playing a lot worse too. The O line play was on and off. It wasn't always bad, but it got bad at pretty regular intervals. Brian, he'll be good. Actually, he could be the. I don't know if he's gonna be playing linebacker or defensive end. Did we get any word on that yet? I feel like there was talk about him playing defensive end, gaining weight but maintaining his speed. Don't know how you do that because his speed was like literally the biggest. The like if there's like star ratings, that was the 5-star thing about Brian Burns: versatile and fast. So, I feel like putting his hand in the dirt kind of negates what one of his biggest strengths was. And we did see him play a lot of defensive end last year, but I think that was also because of our scheming. It was just weird. Also, we had guys hurt, so I don't know what exactly to expect from him until we see where he plays. If he plays linebacker, he'll be good. Stay healthy. He'll be straight. He'll have a good jump, and he'll have a lot of opportunity to be one of the big anchors of the defense, and he'll probably have a little bit more help. If KK comes back and he's healthy, then the D-line will be good, and then we can expect a lot more things out of Brian, for sure. The fumbling issues? He had fumbling issues early, then he fixed those, but he actually ended up just trading out those fumble issues for throwing interceptions literally every single down. So yeah. But yeah, exactly. Keep pounding. Kyle is a backup. I think Kyle is the perfect backup of the backups in the NFL who aren't starter caliber or weren't starters in the past. I think Kyle's a good guy to have. If your starter is injured for 4 games, if he's going to be out for 3 to 5 weeks, you want a guy like Kyle Allen who can come in, win half those games for you. Win half those games, come back out, let the guy who was running the ship come back in, and you'll be straight. Kyle isn't a 13, 14, 15 stretch game guy. It's not going to work. He's a backup. So, it is what it is about that, too. If you play linebacker, you'll be playing the same position as Shaq. He's a DE and a 4-3. Yeah, that's the problem though. I don't like him with his hand in the dirt. I'm not really a big fan of Brian Burns being made to play defensive end. Yeah. Brian Burns playing defensive end kind of negates what some of his biggest strengths are. Wouldn't like that. I wouldn't like that at all. But yeah, you're right. You'd be playing the same thing that Shaq will be playing. Maybe you just have Shaq to here and Brian. Someone gotta play weak side. Yeah, but what side though? I think you put Brian weak side. and have Shaq play strong, play the Sam. But yeah, I mean, that's something for Phil for yeah. I just don't want him on as the defensive end. It's not a good look for him. Or not that it wouldn't be a good look. It's just negating so much of what he brings to the table to force him into a role where he is definitely worse. I feel like you don't use that high of a draft pick on a guy to put him in a worse position than he really should be in. Yeah, he played 4-3, but he played pretty. I think he played pretty evenly with his hand in the dirt and standing up, though. I think he played pretty evenly, but also playing the 4-3 as a speed guy in college is way different than playing the 4-3 the defensive end in the NFL. Like consistently doing that, I feel like we're not using his strengths to the best of his abilities. I feel like it's the same thing. Like you can't like he's an edge rusher. That's all that matters. Like that doesn't really work for a lot of guys. Like Von Miller. Von Miller would be nowhere near the player he is right now if the Broncos made him put his hand in the dirt consistently. And there are other guys like that as well. That like you got to put guys in positions to win. You feel me? Like you could put Christian McCaffrey, throw him in the slot, put C-Mac in the slot, and keep him there, and he would do really good. But would he do a lot better as a running back who ran the ball and also caught passes? He'd probably be a lot more effective that way. So yeah, you can just say, yeah, C-Mac is a playmaker, put him wherever. But there are just better ways. There are more useful and efficient ways to use that guy's skill set in different areas. What about Khalil Mack in a 4-3? What about Khalil Mack getting paid to never win a game again in his life? What about Khalil Mack getting paid to play his heart out, and then go to the bench and look up at the big screen and you just see Mitch Trubisky on that jumbotron doing what Mitch Trubisky does? That's my question. Later, C-Mac will go slot only. If we can find and develop running back talent, we could see a lot more slot Christian McCaffrey. We've found backup running back talent. Developing it, using it, not so much. Bears have Nick Foles. Oh yeah, I know about Nick Foles. Nick Foles be getting hurt. He'll be in there though. But Nick Foles got paid. Nick Foles had one of the greatest runs, I think probably the greatest playoff run in the history of the NFL. Have there been how many better playoff runs? Bro, I gotta say, Nick Foles had one of the better ones. I'm trying to think about what I know about Joe Montana. Seeing what I saw from Pat Mahomes coming back from down, 10? In the fourth? In all three of his games? This past year? There's been a couple decent Patriots runs. You could maybe say that the Giants had a good one, but no, that was more of a team game slash defense. No, for a quarterback, I gotta say Nick Foles probably had one of, if not the best, playoff runs. Then he got paid. Then he got hurt. Oh yeah, I meant to say from a quarterback. I meant to say from a quarterback. My fault. Tennessee was too though. Yeah, Tennessee really was. Uh, yeah. That's what he is. He's a dude. He's a relief pitcher. Let the you let him. You get me to Sunday. Get me to December, and we're straight. Just have eight or nine wins by the beginning of December. I'll do the rest. Not 9. Yeah, 8 or 9 wins by December. He'll do the rest for you. Don't think Khalil Mack will be the same as he is in a 3-4? Yeah. That's Khalil Mack though. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. If you're saying that in response to the Brian Burns thing, Khalil Mack is in a different universe. Khalil Mack is in a different universe than Brian Burns. I got faith in Brian Burns being good in the future and growing and whatnot. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves with even talking about any Khalil. I don't know too many Khalils myself, but I wouldn't compare any Khalil. I wouldn't compare, just to be safe, I wouldn't compare Brian Burns to very many Khalils out there, especially not Khalil Mack. But yeah, I do think that Khalil Mack he'd be good in any. He'd be good in a 1-4-5. He'd be good in a it's a 1-4-6. He'd be good in a 2-4-5. He'd be good in literally any scheme you put him in. Put Khalil Mack on the field near the quarterback and watch him do work. Simple as that. You don't know who worked with Tannehill? My brother. It's not about who worked with Tannehill. It's about Ryan Tannehill getting away from the Dolphins. It's about how bad the Dolphins were. Consistently. They weren't a good team. And the second he got put around any sort of talent, you saw how much better they were doing. Yeah. That division isn't very good. Actually, that division hasn't been very good in a minute. I don't want to say never. But that division hasn't been very good in a minute. I mean, the Titans have been making the playoffs going 9-7 for a long time. I think other than, 2017? Well, and then the Colts fell off, obviously. But yeah, we've seen some mediocre Titans teams make the playoffs recently. Texans are horrible. Colts got their problems. The Jags got their problems. So, yeah. But yeah, Ryan Tannehill was always a decent quarterback on a horrible team. So he got hurt a couple times too. I think he got hurt a couple times. I knew that once he got traded to Tennessee, that first of all, I knew Mariota was either gonna get hurt or was gonna get benched. Ended up getting benched, but I knew he'd get a shot. I knew that he would get a shot, and who was that one receiver on the Titans? They had that one really good receiver. I only know because I played DFS. I only know because I played DFS. Let me just look at. Oh yeah, Corey Davis. Corey Davis. Yeah. They had actually no, it was AJ Brown. It was AJ Brown. That's right. The young buck. AJ Brown was a monster. AJ Brown was a monster. Also, Tarjay Sharp and Corey Davis aren't bad receivers, but it was AJ Brown I was thinking of. Definitely AJ Brown. Yeah, they had some monsters. And Mariota couldn't hit him. So I knew the second Tannehill went to Tennessee, he would get a shot to play, and he would look better. Just by virtue of being around decent players and a decent organization, he was going to look better than he did in Miami. Did not think he would do what he did, in Tennessee near the end of the season and then having that run. Everyone wants to talk about how Derrick Henry, and rightfully so. I mean, Derrick Henry did carry that squad, or he did put in some heavy lifting. But let's not forget, that Titans team That Titans team wasn't doing a whole lot of winning. Even with Derrick Henry putting in work. They weren't doing a whole lot of winning until they had a decent quarterback come through. First 6 weeks they were 4-2. Last 7 weeks they were 5-2? With 2 wins and a loss, or a win and a loss in between. So I mean, once you had an actual quarterback in there, then you saw Derrick Henry really start to shine even more so. I mean, you just look at the rush numbers. Look at the rush numbers over the first 6 games. There's a little lull here, but then week 9. Well, really, just say week 10. Week 10 and on. Oh, you can't even see this. My fault. I'm on the wrong window. Week 9 and on? Just look at these numbers. Or week 10 and on? Look at these rush numbers. Look at these. Look over here. Ryan Tannehill gets in there, and you see the whole offense explode. The whole offense explodes. So it's a number of different things there. Definitely, Derrick Henry did some really good stuff there with him, but Ryan showing up there with actual talent around him made him look better, made the whole team look better, and it made Derrick Henry look better. Shelly, it's called dumb luck. It'll happen from time to time. It'll happen from time to time. Oh, right. Yeah, I knew a Texans fan when we played the Texans. Bro was always mad at those Texans, bro. See, the Texans are a weird team where you just, before, but where you thought they should be a little bit better than they actually were, but they just weren't. Now it's over. Oh, you mean when Kyle shook JJ Watt out of his socks? Bro shook man out of his socks. Bro. Oh man. I remember never mind. 3 fumbles? Yeah. You can fumble 3 times when you win. You can't fumble once when you lose, though. I'll tell you that much. That's because Mariota was holding them back. That's one of the nicest ways you can put it. Mariota was a bust. Simple as that. Like, Jameis Winston is like way better than Mariota, and that's saying something, and that's saying a lot actually. We can use a Henry type running back. Yeah, we could. I'd rather have really just any kind of decent backup, and then I want someone who plays corner as good as Derrick Henry plays running back. That's what I want. I want someone who plays corner. I want someone who plays left tackle as good as Derrick Henry plays running back. How about that? Can Derrick Henry block? Can we get a line or an O lineman, please? That was a weird draft. We could have had a lot of things. We could have had a lot of things. A Texans fan had to bet you 30 on that game. Did I bet on that Texans game? What? Hold up. Hold up. What games did I bet on? I might have on this Texans game. I know I did on the Redskins game. That was a horrible day for me. Because the Redskins fan I know, one of the stupid, I don't want to call him stupid. He's not stupid. He's one of the more annoying people I know, or that I've met online. And he loves he loves that Washington team for some reason. He loves that Washington team he just loves them. Loves Dwayne Haskins for some reason. Thinks that Alex Smith and Kirk Cousins were bums. Loves Dwayne Haskins. And the thing is, he's from and he lives in Charlotte. That's the crazy part. This dude lives in Charlotte. And just loves the Redskins for some reason. Disgusting. Disgusting. A quarterback, would it be Teddy or Winston? Jameis Winston easily. What are you talking about? Definitely Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston has the arm talent to be a top 5 quarterback in the league. His problem is decision making. Or actually being able to see the field, his field vision. Yeah, Jameis Winston definitely has arm talent. That's an easy for me. Let's talk about players. Talk about starting quarterbacks I wouldn't take over Jameis Winston right now. There's more than a few for Jameis, especially with our weapons. Throw it up. Talking about throw it up. That boy did love some hog mollies. That boy did love some hog mollies. But yeah, I like Jameis. That boy is dumb. But I like him. That's a great question, Roscoe. I don't know. A lot of unsure stuff going on with Graham Gano. Rivers? Yeah, give me Jameis. Yeah. Definitely give me Jameis right now over Phillip Rivers right now. I want Jameis over Carson, Goff, Dak. I would want Ryan Tannehill over Jameis. I would want Jameis over Matt Ryan. I think. No, give me Jameis over Tannehill too. Give me Jameis over Tannehill and Matt Ryan. Give me Jameis over. Who is the worst, or who is the best quarterback, or what is it? The cutoff for a quarterback to where I wouldn't take Jameis over them. I feel like Foles. I don't trust Foles' health. If you can guarantee Nick Foles will be healthy, I'll take Nick Foles over Jameis. What, the Matt Khalil contract? That was a bad one. Gardner Minshew, I do not believe in Gardner Minshew. Well, that doesn't matter. Gardner Minshew or Jameis? I'll take Jameis. It'll be kind of funny to have another way out there quarterback who dresses weird, though. Imagine if we had Gardner Minshew. Imagine how much people would hate. Well, no, they probably still love him, but he would just be Cam number 2. Cam or Jameis? Cam right now or Jameis right now? Jameis. Cam healthy? Definitely Cam. I'm not gonna take Cam right now. I don't know how healthy he is. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not sure how healthy Cam is, or how healthy long term he's gonna be. Do you mean just 1 year and they're both gonna be healthy? I'll take Cam, but if you're saying long term, which one do I want? I'd take Jameis. I have no idea what I'm going to get from Cam. He might give me a great year this year, but he might get hurt in an extra year, and then I'm out of quarterback. Yeah, that was Gettleman. Choosing KK over Star, I don't know if that's the problem. I think that it probably would have been bad either way. I think they both fed off each other. So I think KK needed Star, and Star hasn't been playing all that great by himself either, right? We haven't been seeing Star Lotulelei, be a killer in the trenches, really heavy. I think they both needed each other, but I also don't think we could have kept both. Yeah. I don't know if choosing one over the other would have been better. I think they both just fell off each other. Oh yeah. Yeah, but I think Cake will be all right. I think he'll be fine. He has not played as good as he did with Star, though. That is true. But he's not horrible. He just has a very obvious drop off from not having a reliable person beside him. Yeah, Jameis's biggest problem is making the right decisions, making the right choices. And I think, if you have Joe Brady, if you have Joe Brady coaching Jameis Winston, come on now. If Joe Brady can't make Jameis Winston play smart, then Joe Brady just hit the lick of the century. In alphabetical order, hold up. 22. Okay. Apparently, I don't have. Oh, this got unveiled just now. Oh, okay, an hour ago. Uh, yeah, CMC got number 6 on this list. Let me see what would I order this? If I was making this list, I would put Pat Mahomes number 1, Aaron Donald number 2, Lamar Jackson number 3, C-Mac 4, Michael Thomas, Stephen Gilmore, D-Hop, Derrick Henry. Ooh, hold up. No. Russell Wilson. It's just really horrible when you have to think about ranking quarterbacks. I mean, realistically, a quarterback is always going to be more valuable than most players. But I put Russell behind Christian at 5. And then go from there. But yeah, I think I'd have to see the whole list. I gotta see the whole list. You know, I bet Reddit has it. One thing about Reddit, it's a goofy site. But they be having it. Not to the Panthers site. It doesn't actually say. Hold up. This site's just talking about Stephen Gilmore, but it doesn't say who has the list. I don't see the list. Takes top spot. Hold up. Here it is. Okay, cool. Pat, Aaron Donald, Russ. Wait, this is his list? Wait, I don't care about this guy's list. Oh, I see. This is listed way before this. I see what happened. I don't have a link to the actual list. It was on TV. I know that. Wait, Chandler Jones. Actually, that's not bad. Actually, that is kind of bad. He has C-Mac 5 under Michael Thomas. Yeah. Wait, huh? Wait, what do you mean? DK Metcalf made it over DJ? Oh, you mean on the whole list. I thought you were saying in the top 10. I'm like, that doesn't sound right to me. I feel like I saw DK Metcalf somewhere else. Yeah, that's called DJ playing for Carolina and the team being slept on / ignored. Yeah, you have to be an MVP candidate to get any kind of respect. DK was good though. DK was good. He was all right. He was good. He was good. But he was not better than DJ. He wasn't better than DJ. A better quarterback he would have. I don't know. I mean, I really can't argue with, just how much better was he supposed to be? 1,200 yards. I mean, maybe he gets more touchdowns, but I feel like 1,200 yards on less than 100 receptions for his second year in the league. Like, are we talking about him getting 1,500 yards, 1,400 yards, or are we talking about touchdown numbers? Are we saying he would have gotten 4 more touchdowns, or even double-digit touchdowns? I'm not gonna sit here and the dude got just under 800 his rookie year, got just under 1,200 his second year in the league. These aren't bad numbers. Even with Kyle Allen throwing to him, these aren't bad. I can't complain about these numbers. Plus, he didn't play the last game of the season. And he didn't play all the second to last game. I don't know. This could have easily been 1,400 yards, or this could have easily been 1,300 yards had he played all those snaps, even with Will Grier. Yeah, this could have easily been 1,300 yards. These aren't bad numbers. DJ, these aren't bad numbers. What's DK's numbers? Good question. I thought he had a decent year. Well, he had 900 yards. I thought he was at like 800 or 750. 900 yards, 7 touchdowns. Hold up. Catch percent is 58. 100 targets but 58 receptions. That's not that great. 3 fumbles. DJ had 2, didn't he? Yeah, he had 2. Better catch percentage, more targets, more receptions. 13.5 yards per reception. Yards per game was 78. 15.5 yards per reception. Yards per game 56. Yeah, I don't know if I would have. I don't know if I would have put DK above DJ. But it is what it is. I mean, when you're playing for Carolina, you know what's happening. You know what's going to happen when you play for the Panthers. You're just not going to get respect. Simple as that. No, I shouldn't have been. Yeah, A.J. Brown definitely had a better year. Kenny Golladay, bro, if y'all played DFS, then y'all know stacking those Lion stacks, bro. Those Lion stacks was juicy for a minute. Oh my God. And then they finally upped the price on both of them. Kenny Golladay was a sleeper for a minute. Him, AJ Brown was kind of a sleeper for a little bit. T1 was a good one. People tried stacking Bengals. That was never going to work. Anyway, never mind. I didn't see what Shelly said. Doesn't have enough touchdowns? I don't know. Because Julio, for a minute, wasn't getting touchdowns. Julio was just getting yards. He was racking up yards and wasn't getting touchdowns. I think it was 2017. Yeah, 3 touchdowns, 6 touchdowns, but he had 1,400 yards. And he also made a habit of, 1,800 yards, 1,600 yards. But yeah, he had a season where, 3 and 6 touchdowns. Although he didn't play two of the games in 2016. And he was first team All-Pro. It is what it is. Yeah, having those extra yards is big. Extra yards is big. Yards per reception is more. Catch percentage is higher or on par with what DJ had. This isn't a good example. This is only a decent example. Yeah, that's what it is. Definitely, you got to keep your eyes on C-Mac. Used to be C-Mac and Cam. Do I play Warzone? Nah. It was really weird. Like, I have COD and I have it installed, or I uninstalled COD for because I didn't like it for a minute, but then I reinstalled it, and it only gave me Warzone, and I couldn't get my multiplayer back, and then I reinstalled it again, and I only had multiplayer, and I couldn't get Warzone to work, so I just uninstalled it, like maybe a month ago. I haven't played Warzone in a minute. But I got Xbox. If any of y'all have Xbox and wanna, I don't know, shoot me your gamer tag, either probably better on Twitter. If you have a Twitter, it'd be way better if you send it to me there, cause I'd have to like copy and paste it off of my chat here and then save it somewhere and then add you later. Or wait, really? That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, a lot of athletes, celebrities, everyone is starting to get on Twitch and play more video games and whatnot. I'm trying to play 2K. Um, used to be Greg. Yeah, used to be Greg Olson. He led in touchdowns for receivers. Kenny Galladay. Yeah, that Lions team. I don't know. I actually wanted to get better at Warzone. Became second choice last year. Greg Olson was like he got kind of forgotten a lot of times last year. He hasn't really been like a consistent option in 2 3 years. In 2 years, this past year he was pretty healthy, but just didn't get thrown to a lot. Obviously, last year he was hurt, or 2 years ago he was hurt. Yeah, we really weren't using him. But yeah, injuries, of course. Yeah, yeah. 100% believe in Ian Thomas. I've been speaking on this for a minute. The great thing about making these videos, I think the biggest benefit of doing videos and talking about this stuff pretty consistently, or it used to be very consistent, it's going to be like that again, though, very soon, because we have training camp. But the best thing about making videos is that you always have receipts about the things you say. And I've been talking about Ian Thomas for a minute. I was questioning why he wasn't getting more time, more reps early last season. I was questioning why or what his growth is going to be in the off season before last season. And I was talking about how he was going to have a really big jump in production and use, or production and PT at the end of the 2018 season. I was wrong about that because, I mean, Ron Rivera hates young players. But I even questioned why he wasn't getting more reps and broke it down, talking about his catch percentages, how he usually plays really well, how he actually is really good at blocking and all that stuff. And we weren't seeing him get opportunities. If you actually watch, and like if you're watching plays where he's in and you focus just on him, which is kind of hard to do because you're not really thinking about just watching one player and seeing when a backup tight end gets in the game and making sure you're only zoned in on his play. And if he starts blocking, you're like, okay, this guy's blocking. Why do I even care about this? But if you actually just spend some time to actually look at Ian Thomas when he's playing, he's not the fastest, but he does get open. He uses his body really well in his routes, and he can block. So it's kind of weird to see that he wasn't getting a lot of playing time, especially since a lot of games last year, even when Greg was healthy, we were ignoring him. Be average? He don't have to carry. As long as Ian Thomas is a consistent threat, he doesn't need to be a top 6 or 7 tight end in the league. He doesn't need to be the greatest. As long as he can be a consistent threat on third down, get open, that's all I want from him. Get open on third and anything third and 4 and shorter. 3rd and 5. Anything third and manageable If he gets open, that's fine with me. I don't need him to be Kittle. You feel me? Or what's the old boy's name in New York? The Giants tight end? He is fast. That boy is fast. What is his name? I know we talked about him earlier in the stream. Someone mentioned him earlier. He got good hands. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to 4-3. I know one of y'all knows old boy. Yeah, Evan Ingram. Exactly. Evan Ingram. Yeah. You don't even got to be Evan Ingram. As long as he's decent, as long as he's dependable on third down, third and manageable, I don't even need him to be like a 3rd and 12 guy like Greg was. Or even a 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9 target. We have enough comeback route kind of guys anyway. As long as he can find the pocket in the zone, 3rd and manageable, 100% straight with that. Yeah. What do you believe our record will be? I say 10-6. I agree. Our record will eventually, sometime in the future, be 10-6. Our record. Now you didn't say this year. What our record this year? Our record this year? Hey, probably a little less than that. You feel me? Zach Ertz, yeah, he can be worse than Zach Ertz. Yeah, don't gotta be a Zach Ertz. Don't even have to be a Dallas Goedert, who is gonna be good. Dallas Goedert's good. Oh man, who's that young tight end? I can't even say him because he's gonna be all right. He doesn't have a year on him, but yeah, he can just be a dependable tight end, 3rd and manageable. Cool with me. Block, even if he's a really good blocking tight end who can also, in the red zone, in the end zone plays, or goal line plays, 3-4 yards out from the goal line, make those plays. I think we're gonna be 4-12. I think earlier I said 4-12, gun to my head, but I can see 5-11. 5-11 could happen, but then again, we probably won't get to 16 games anyway. My boy Regime Hopkins, the second. Oh, captain, my captain. Appreciate that 5, brother. No message either. Appreciate that. Oh yeah, we definitely struck gold. 100% believe that. But it's gonna take some time for those guys to gel and grow. And we don't have the easiest schedule of all time. I want to look at that real quick. Why is the Giants the first one that comes up? I want to look at sure. Let's go to CBS. Give me a list. So the Pats have the hardest. Okay. Oh. Tied for 18th at 500. So basically we're middle of the pack for a strength of schedule. But then again, our team isn't all that great on defense. And the teams with easy schedules aren't really the good teams, actually. Actually, it's not too bad. But we're middle of the pack, strength schedule team. Kind of sucks that Patriots, 3 AFC East teams got fucked up. Wait, the AFC, oh, that's right. The AFC East, no, wait. The AFC East plays the NFC South this year. Who else did they play? They played 2 different guys, 2 different teams, 2 different divisions. I don't know. But, The NFC South didn't have that great of records. Decent at best. That's not what's pumping these guys SOS up so hard. Yeah, there was an article that ranked our weapons. I think we're like 5. I think they ranked our receivers at number 5. And if you throw in, receivers and running backs, then we'd be like probably 4. There's some really good receiver cores. It might have been 2 actually. It might have been 2, but I think it was 5. Who had number 1 pick last year? Bengals. Let's compare. I don't know about that line of logic. We're way better than the Bengals were last year. I don't expect that we won't have the first pick. We definitely won't have the first pick. I could see us getting 5 wins. It'll be 4, but I can see us getting 5. We'll be in the top 5, top 6. Definitely probably top 5. Probably top 5 picks this season. This upcoming year. Not that it matters. I mean, what is the top 5 pick? You're not going to see. There's no one playing football this year. Or if the NFL happens, that's all well and good. But college football's done. You can't play college football this year. You can't have students up there. Yeah, you can't have students out there. It is what it is. Take theirs. Oh, it was 5? Okay. Justin who? Herbert? Or is there another good quarterback named Justin coming out this upcoming year? I'm actually sold on Trevor Lawrence. I like him. But I do wonder whether we will take a quarterback this upcoming year. I feel like you don't. I feel like since you can't really get a good look at guys, why use your pick on a quarterback as the Panthers? I don't like that. I feel like you just don't go for a quarterback this upcoming season. For us, in the first round, I don't get a quarterback. There's not going to be college football being played. It's already way too hard to evaluate and draft a good quarterback. There's just no real need to go ahead and draft a guy in the first round. Get someone that you know, like a skill guy or defensive guy. Get someone that can really fit your scheme or help you out somewhere, or is going to replace a guy who you can't pay, or is going to, or something like that. I would not use a first round pick on a quarterback this upcoming draft. Just wouldn't do it. Nah. Yeah, you're right. Justin Fields. That's right. That's right. But nah, I wouldn't take a quarterback. I need to see their last year of play. We've seen too many guys look good and then fall off, or just having a full year of not watching them play football. I hate that. Especially for a quarterback. Does not make me feel good. Having to judge a guy off of what he did a year ago, or actually really 2 years ago. Because if there's no college football this year, then the 2021 season, we'll be basing what we think about them off what they did in 2019. I just can't. I just would not like that at all. It's not for me. I don't know why I forgot about Justin Fields. Yeah, he won't. Yeah, he's the definition of one of those kind of guys. He won't lose games, but he definitely isn't going to be the one, carrying and, making the play to win them for us. 100% Trill. You got to get a corner. I wouldn't go full defense again, but I would focus on O-line and the secondary. Well, no, one corner. Another safety. You're gonna have we're gonna have a lot of cap room, and I don't know who's gonna be free agents this upcoming season, so we could probably pick up a star, honestly, because we're gonna have some free cap. It's gonna be really interesting what the free agent market's gonna look like, because there's so many questions with the draft this upcoming year. Yeah, that's the thing about corners too. I definitely want to see. I want to see a quarterbacks last year, but I definitely want to see a corner. If you're playing, I think safety's a little bit safer, but I definitely have to see a corner play as last year. I think quarterbacks, corners, you can basically see a lot of really good things with a lineman's, an O or even a D lineman's, their I guess their footwork, how well they function, their motor, all that kind of stuff. I would be willing to pick up a O lineman or D lineman without seeing how they play their last year, but I think corners and quarterbacks, I gotta see their last year. I gotta have the most up to date information on that. If Troy and Dante develop, I hope Dante develops. Which rookies? Which rookie defensive player I have the most hope for? Ettore Gross-Matos. Definitely think that if he can start off really hot, he can have a really good year. Especially if the defense is focusing on Derrick Brown and double teaming him. If YGM has a bunch of one-on-ones all season long, and he's playing opposite of Brian, I think Brian is fast enough to get off the snap and collapse, not collapse a pocket, but make quarterbacks roll away from his pressure. And if he can funnel in that kind of pressure toward YGM's side, then that's gonna be a problem. I think YGM has a perfect opportunity to become, one of the more impactful kind of sleeper picks that we had. Yeah, Jeremy Chin's a good one. Jeremy Chin's also a really good one. But yeah, it's kind of hard for me to say. Like, I can say I have hope for our guys in the secondary, but I would be very, very surprised if they did not get cooked on most possessions. It is what it is. I mean, it really is what it is right now. We got 6 games against some of the best quarterback wide receiver duos. We play the Chiefs. There's some other games out there. Cards. I mean, look. Kyler Murray. Oh, wait. Cards. Kyler and D-Hop. I don't know, bro. I mean, that's another one. What is that? That's now 8 games. That's half our games against elite, not just good or great, elite receivers. we're playing against. Wait, we're literally playing against most of the top 10 receivers this year. We're probably playing against 6 or 7 of the top 10 receivers this season. So it is what it is. Yeah. We have Whitehead in coverage. Yeah, Tahir gonna do something. Yeah. Tahir, he gonna watch him. He gonna see the play develop behind him. He be like, damn, hey, that boy fast. Hey coach, hey coach, you know he was that fast. You see how far? Hey, damn. Hey, you asking the wrong one. You gone. I can barely see. Shit. We'll get him next time, coach, I guess. Hey, he'll see it happening. Hey, that boy will see it happening. I'll tell you that much. It will not catch him by surprise. He will know what's going on. One thing about Tahir, he will know what's going on. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna hop off. I'm about to be way more consistent though. We finally have. Okay, yeah, my cat's going crazy. We finally have football back. We have training camp. Not much news coming out. They're not in pads yet. Obviously, it's no preseason. That's crazy to me. But there is more news coming out, so we're going to be getting into it. And okay, yeah, I gotta handle something. There's too much. There's too much attention. My cat's not getting enough attention, and she is going to actually go crazy. We have my sister's I have my sister's dog here, but I'm dog sitting for her. She's actually here right now. My sister, but she's gotten to town, and her dog and my cat are starting to fight now for some reason. I don't know. I gotta handle that. Post more vids. I got you, brother. Can I have a 40-yard catch and run for a touchdown? Hey, for those of y'all who have not left yet, I'm telling you this right now. I might be the next kick returner, punt returner for the Panthers. I'm gonna leave it at that. But anyway, y'all stay safe. Y'all make sure y'all washing y'all hands, being safe out there. Don't get coughed on. And we will have consistent videos coming very, very soon again. You feel me? Curtis and Moten, I hope so too. 100%. Hope so too. I might do a video talking about the guys I think should get extensions, guys who have a lot of pressure going into this season, guys who are most likely to sit out. There's a lot more news to talk about now, so I'll get into that starting tomorrow, I think. Anyway, y'all, stay safe. Keep pounding all that, man. Above all else.